Alright, let's get right into the news.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Merger. My name is Jordan.
My name is Nathaniel.
And my name is Brandon.
And today we're going to be starting a new series for you guys. We're going to call it Top 5 Series. It's going to be a playlist that we're going to start, help with getting content up on a regular. It's kind of going to be, we're going to give our own top 5 list of a certain topic each episode. And rules are going to vary for each topic, whatever we are doing. We'll lay out a rule set for you at the beginning of the video. And we're kind of just going to go, my 5, Nathaniel's and then Brandon's, and discuss why they're at that spot, what we love about that particular thing so much. And then, debate or whatever, why, hey, you should have this or that, and go down until we get to number 1. And we're going to call it Top 5 Series. And today, for episode 1, we're going to be doing our favorite Marvel superheroes. And it's going to be our favorite. It's not going to be like the most powerful Marvel characters or the coolest. It's our personal favorite top 5 list.
Yep. The rules for this one is it has to be a hero. No anti-hero, no villain, no anything like that. It has to be a Marvel character. It doesn't matter which one, as long as it's a Marvel character. And that's basically it.
Yeah,
that's a simple rule set for this one.
I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a heads up. My top 5 list is mostly from the movie adaptations. I haven't really delved deep in the comic books.
Yeah.
But mine is just from the movie. So
mine are going to be the same way too. It's just... honestly, that's what more people are going to know about anyway, so...
Yeah,
sorry.
I'll be the one different one.
Yeah, he's gonna.
My list is gonna be more comic-wise. I know a little bit more about my list. The value of the movies, I definitely put into play as well.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking also like comic-wise as well.
Yeah.
All right, so my number 5 is he's gonna be more of. This was kind of from more of a movie. I know a little about comics, but I liked it more of the movie. It's Doctor Strange.
Okay.
I really like the Sorcerer Supreme. I feel like all the spells and stuff is really awesome. I love, like I said, this one was more of a movie thinking wise because I really loved his movie. Yeah. I feel like it's one of my favorite MCU movies. Mm-hmm. I really liked how he, as the surgeon, he used his hands and then he lost them, and that's how he becomes the Sorcerer Supreme. And I feel like he's such a cool character. Yeah. It's so broad what he can do, he can, all of the different dimensions that he has availability to.
And since we're talking about like the movie side of it, he's like they picked a really good person to play his role. Yeah. They probably couldn't have done better with that one, to be honest.
Benedict Cumberbatch, man.
Another thing that plays into this selection for me at 5 as well, I really like how he's a very colorful Marvel character. Yeah. And in comic book pages and movies, Infinity War especially, when he is fighting Thanos on Titan, and he's I really like what they did with him, and like the whole circles and things. Yes. And then he's like wiping out the strings and stuff, and he flaps them and shit, and all of them. And then I really love the cape too. Yeah, the cape is awesome. What is it? What's his name? Cloak of Levitation, that's what it is. And it's like its own, like, in his solo movie, the Cloak of Levitation takes someone out for him.
Yeah, it's like its own character. It protects him.
Yeah, so he's my number 5.
Alright, my number 5 is going to make Brandon pretty mad. My number 5 is Spider-Man.
You fucking bit. Come on. Okay, you know what?
For it to be a top 5 list, it's really difficult for me. Spider-Man is a really cool character for me. I think he's awesome, but when it comes to other characters, there's other characters that come above him in my opinion. I've never really been the biggest Spider-Man fan in my entire life. I've never really been the one that would go out of my way to be Spider-Man on Halloween or to play a Spider-Man game. But I do think the Spider-Man is a really, really big part in the Marvel cinematic universe, the Marvel comic books overall. When you think of Marvel, you probably think of Spider-Man.
My number 5, guys, is Captain America. I like how,
So
I put him at 5. I like him.
Matches your shirt.
America. But I like how they did him in the movies and in the comic book. He's just a weak guy, just a weak average Joe. He had the heart of gold, and they noticed that, and the scientists noticed that, and they gave him this serum that made him a superhero. And that's the heart of pure gold still transferred over. He didn't. If he sees someone getting bullied, he's gonna step in and stop it, no matter if they're American or not. He's gonna save them, even though he's Captain America. He'll save the people that needs to be saved. That's why. I mean, he would be higher on this list, but the people I picked.
I mean, also just remembering, I remember that you kind of based it off the movies more too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he is a good character that has been in the MCU.
Yes. And Chris Evans does a really good job portraying him.
He does. Go a spot down. Go to number 4 here. This one was straight comic book for me. Has not even been touched or hinted at in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or any movies for that matter. I really first met him playing Marvel Contest of Champions, and really grew to love him there when I started playing that about 3 years ago now. And I have read a few comics. It's Moon Knight.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew some shit. He's like...
I really love that character now, honestly. I've grown to learn so much about him over the years, and I was able to read his comic of his origin, of how he was under the Pyramid of Egypt, of how he inherited his powers. Yeah, he had a death and was... I mean, it's been a while since I've read it, so correct me on like little stuff that I'm missing out, but I'm pretty sure he died and is resurrected, but he was buried at the pyramids of Egypt, and he's like the Moon Knight, you know?
Yeah.
I really like him. I fucking love his staff.
Yeah.
The fighting style he uses. In that game as well. That's really all I know from is the comic I read and the video game. Because like I said, he has no animation movies made for him. No one's ever even said anything about making a movie about him, which would be amazing. And of course, like, Moon Knight is the... I mean, other than Iron Man, of course, Moon Knight is kind of like the mirror to Batman.
Yeah,
for DC.
That's what I was gonna say. That's who he reminds me of, is Batman. I feel like he kind of stands out though, because his outfit is all white.
Well, he has the white hood and the cape, but it's black, and then he has the white moon with a star.
Yeah, that's yeah.
And he has a white staff.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah,
I like that.
That was my out of the box character for my list.
Okay.
We're gonna go to Nathaniel's number 4.
My number 4 is the only one. Well, actually, no. Yeah, he's my only one out of the Avengers that's not in the actual Avengers, and it's gonna be Star-Lord from Guardians. I really like the Star-Lord character in the MCU. It's really well played by Chris Pratt. He does an amazing job of playing that character. Yeah, the portrayal of the character. I mean, you get to see his backstory and his lead up to where he is now. And
all right, number 4 for me is Mr. Tony Stank, Iron Man. I love Iron Man. He's so many things. He's a philanthropist. No, Jesus Christ, I fucked that up. Oh my God, I fucked that up.
It's hard to say that word. Philanthropist.
Okay.
Philanthropist.
I got it. He's a genius. He's a billionaire. He's a playboy. Fuck! He's a genius, a billionaire, a playboy. He is so many fucking... Shut the fuck up. He's so good. Like... And Robert Downey Jr. playing that character is just... It's another thing of good casting. Stop fucking laughing.
He's one of those that was like... He will always be Iron Man.
Yes.
Like Hugh Jackman will always be Wolverine.
Even if they recast it. Even if they recast him, it's still gonna be Robert Downey Jr. for me. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts.
Alright, let's go to 3.
So we're going back to me. 3.
Yes.
Hit 3 spot. One's gonna be comics as well, but really a big fan of his television show. I really started to fall in love with him there. It's Daredevil.
Okay, yeah.
I know the film is not the best, you know, the Ben Affleck film.
Yeah.
It's not the best, and I really like
Ben Affleck.
I really like Bullseye in that film.
Yeah.
Too. You know, Bullseye's a badass villain, but I really love Daredevil just you know, it's so unique to have a superhero that's blind, you know.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that like his senses are heightened from losing one of them, so the other four, he's such a great in combat, and I really like his weaponry, like his he can break them apart. You know, what's it called? Like the little batons and stuff.
Yeah.
He can break apart and he can throw them and glide on them. You know, he is. I really love him, and the TV show is amazing. It is out of this world. It is one of my favorite TV shows in general of all TV shows.
One of the best fighting scenes came out of it. The fighting scene in the hallway. Yeah. That's so realistic. The bone crunching, the everything. It's
and even from a filming standpoint, it is one of the best combat scenes there is.
Yes.
To date, with how it was a one shot for a good 10 minutes. You know, the camera doesn't cut and it's following him through this hall, down the stairs. You know, and it's
solid.
a definition of Daredevil to me as well.
Yes.
Like, in the comics, he has some bikes that I really think are cool.
Yeah.
He rides bikes and stuff, but I think he has a good.
Blind man on
He also has some. I mean, you could say he has a good rogues gallery. I don't know if you want to consider Punisher in his rogues gallery. I'd consider Punisher or Frank more of a partner to him at times. Spidey, you know, is always with him in the comics. He's over there in New York. He's part of the Defenders. You know, I just really like Daredevil. He's one of my favorite characters, so I put him at 3 above, you know.
Alright, my number 3 is going to be Iron Man. I mean, like Brandon said, it's just like he's a really good character in the MCU. He's one of the foundations of MCU.
Yeah.
He's one of the foundations. I mean, when you think of Marvel, you probably think of Iron Man too. I mean, not Iron Man 2, but
Like,
you know what I mean. Yeah. But I mean, I like his character because he's so arrogant, but he's arrogant for the right reasons. Because he's still alive because of himself. He did everything. He built everything, and he's done everything by himself. He's extremely smart. He's rich on his own. He did everything for himself and has built himself. I mean, basically.
Yeah, kind of like how you built Ultron, but hey, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, I mean,
we don't talk
he
about
was
that.
inspired a lot by Howard as well.
Yeah.
You know? So when he finds all the archives and stuff, and he learns, you know, he makes that new, on the periodic
Generator.
table, like he makes the new element that's never been in Iron Man 2. So you know, like, I mean, he just builds on himself, and that's a good thing about the characters.
Yeah.
Alright, my number 3 is Groot. I fucking love Groot. I was gonna say Rocket and Groot, but they're 2 separate characters, so I just stuck with Groot.
Broke the rule set.
Yeah. So I just stuck with Groot. I love how they casted Vin Diesel as Groot.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yes. The only 3 words he just says is "I am Groot," and
Diesel's
and like
I didn't know that.
Bradley Cooper's Rocket Raccoon.
yeah,
Oh,
seriously.
no, I knew Bradley Cooper was
But you
Rocket
know-
Raccoon. I didn't know Vin Diesel was Groot.
Fun fact for you keep explaining, at the Infinity War premiere, Vin Diesel was there, of course, for Groot's character, and he had a jacket made. It was white, and it like a white, like a biker's jacket kind of, and it had twigs coming out of it.
Really?
For
Oh, that's
Groot,
awesome.
and it was
Nice.
badass.
And another thing is, even though that we only hear "I am Groot," he's clearly saying things that the other characters can understand.
Yeah.
Like towards the end of Infinity War, he says "I am Groot" and disappears. What the director has, God bless you. What the director said that "I am Groot," like that part.
That's my dad, right?
Yeah, he was telling Rocket, he was saying "Daddy," and that's when he disappears. It's right when he spits out "Daddy."
And that's a separate Groot from Guardians 1 Groot.
Yeah.
That is not the same person. When he died in Guardians 1, like a new Groot was reborn.
Yeah. It's virtually, I mean, I guess you could say it's the same Groot because it came out of him. It came out of him, but it's not the same because it's like a reincarnation.
Yeah. And I mean, Groot is cool on his own, but you do always picture, I mean, other than the rules, you do always picture him by Rocket's side.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of a duo,
Like,
and it's understandable that's something that also makes Groot such a great character, is him feeding off Rocket.
Yeah.
So my 2 has already been said
Haha.
from 1v2. I won't tell you who, so you can't figure out who it is. This one's probably more movies. It's gonna be Star-Lord.
I
Yeah.
fucking knew it.
Yeah.
I really do love Peter Quill. The thing I like most about Star-Lord is he's kind of like a gangster, like
Yeah.
kind of like a thug, like a thief. You know, he steals things, and he's got the double wheel guns. I love the mask.
Yeah.
The mask wasn't exactly like the MCU's version in the comics, but the MCU's version I like a lot better, and I really like, you know, it just looks more of I'm not gonna like compare it or anything, but when like you have a mask like that, it just kind of like he feels more superior sometimes when he has the mask. You know, like when that thing straps on, you just like in badass mode.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I really like the boots, the jets, and he flies around, dude.
The
And
mask. I don't mean to interrupt
The
you.
mask. No,
I mean, the mask like is like separate. It's like a really good separation between Peter Quill and Star-Lord.
oh yeah.
Like it really separates the two characters from each other.
Yeah, and none of the less of all the cool like superhero factors to him. I think what stands out the most with Star-Lord is his dry humor.
Yeah.
You know, the personality he actually has is really great, and it's such a cool thing that he's from Earth and that his hero is out in space. So you have like one of our own out there, which creates so much humor. You know, you can write in a comic, you can write for a movie and a script. You know, I just think it works so much, and I really do like that character. So
My number 2 is going to be Thor. I really like the way that Thor is portrayed in the MCU. I mean, he has like two different characters. He's like the more human side of Thor, and then the more God side of Thor, and I like both sides. I mean, they're both portrayed really well. I like the humor that comes with the human side of Thor. In Ragnarok, if you've seen that,
You see it more in Ragnarok.
there's a lot of humor in that movie, and I like to see it. And when you get to see the really badass moments of Thor when he's in his God mode, like in Infinity War when he gets his new hammer. That is like a chilling moment right there.
that's my favorite scene of the movie.
Yeah, that is a badass
Like-
moment right there.
And the very first Thor, like the God moment, is when you see him pick up the hammer again.
Yeah.
That moment is just amazing.
And the first Thor is also like where you see him kind of figuring out Earth.
How to
Because
be a human.
he got like shunned by Odin there, you know. But another thing coming with Thor is got one of the now second most badass villain in the MCU. Loki is his brother. Not with Thanos. Thanos is number one. So,
Yeah.
I say that. But Loki was reigning champ until Thanos came around. So I mean, staying in like the movies with Thor, him and Loki both have came such a long way. And I mean, if you think about it, Loki is really had such a great journey because he's appeared in not just the 3 Thor films, but he was the main antagonist in Avengers 1, and he was in
Iron Man.
Yeah.
Wasn't that an Iron Man?
He was in one more
I
movie.
thought that was an Iron Man movie.
I can't remember on top of
No,
my
that
head.
was Avengers 1, yeah. With the Tesseract. Yeah, I remember now.
But I mean, I feel like he came from villain to hero. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like I mean, we're kind of getting a little off topic, but a turning point for Loki, just real quick, was when they show up right before Hela shows up in Ragnarok, and they're talking to Odin, and he passes. They both show up, and Odin says, "My sons," and you can see in Loki, like, it really means so much that Odin acknowledges him as his son, because he is a frost giant child, so he's not really a Asgardian. But anyways, you know.
So my number 2 is Hulk. He is the Smash King. Okay, anything in front of him, he fucking destroys it. He is virtually unstoppable because the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. But in Infinity War, he got his ass whooped and didn't come out. That made me a little mad, but I understand that. I mean, he's gonna make an appearance in A4. I hope.
Oh,
I hope.
For sure.
I mean, with the leaked
Poster.
posters, he's definitely going to be in A4.
And we hit a lot on that on our podcast.
And he's more like a Jekyll and Hyde, like the two people, like between Bruce Banner and Hulk. I mean, that's so nice that you can see them communicating between each other.
In Ragnarok.
In Ragnarok, yes.
So,
I mean, he's just a great character all around.
One's,
What's
Yeah.
Jordan's number one?
you know, we all know
Yeah.
it's gonna be Spider-Man.
Hey.
I'm one of the Spider-Man lovers. Really though, I'm such a villain-centric guy. That's really what drew me to love Spider-Man so much. He has by far the best rogues gallery in Marvel. You can't count on both your hands how many great villains he has had, and had great arcs and comic storylines. They can make 20 movies with different villains every movie with Spider-Man, and it would be just as good in my opinion. I mean, they just have so many great villains that he has, but to stick really with Spider-Man, I really love what most about Spider-Man is that he is so relatable because he's a high schooler, he's a teenager that has experienced it. And I know that Stan Lee once said that he didn't know if he wanted to do it or not because he always thought about how it was really corny or cheesy that it was going to be Spider-Man. You know, like, if you really think about it, it's a spider. Like it's a guy being a spider. And
Hey,
it really
at least
just grew to be something so monumental.
At least he doesn't have like 8 arms. You know what I mean? Like, well, 6 arms, like 2 legs. Like,
He does in some comic stories.
Yeah, in some comic stories,
We've
yeah.
seen.
But not in all of them. Like, his original one, he was just a normal guy. Well, I'm not going to talk too much more because I can't say too much.
I mean, yeah, the villains is just what really gets me. I mean, there's not much to the Peter Parker character. He's really straightforward, honestly.
Yeah.
What makes him so complex is the antagonists that he faces throughout the comic storylines and movies that he's been in. And, I mean, we can kind of hit on more of the movie stuff of Spider-Man, you know, like after the list are done or stuff, because Spider-Man is one of those characters you can discuss for a good length of time.
Yeah.
If you have, you know, Spider-Man lovers in the room. So, I'm gonna get Nathaniel's number one though.
Alright. My number one is the way that Spider-Man is to Jordan, and it is Hulk.
Yeah.
The character I was introduced to when I first got into superheroes was Hulk. And that was the now shittier version of Hulk. It was just the Hulk that came out in the early 2000s.
Oh, the 2006 one?
Yeah.
Where it was like the comic book thing and he was like light green.
Yeah, I mean, I
With, like,
thought
pasty
when I was
shit.
a little kid, I thought that was just absolutely badass. And I love the fact that he has just unstoppable amounts of power, and that the more angry he gets, the stronger he gets, and basically he can't be stopped. And he's one of those characters that in A4 I believe is going to be one of the turning point characters to stop Thanos.
Yeah, I mean, like a good little hinting point at A4, including Hulk. If you remember in the very first trailer that was released for Infinity War, it ends with that great landscape shot of everyone running at the screen, and Hulk is Hulk in Wakanda, and that is not in Infinity War. I have a theory that I'm going to put on camera, so in case I'm right. I think that scene, that shot, is from the Avengers 4 movie.
Yeah.
I think that they recorded them back to back, so they already had all the footage. I think they fucked with us, the Russo brothers, and they're putting stuff everywhere. You don't even know what you're seeing when you're looking at marketing campaigns. But that's a lost topic, so.
I'm the different guy that whereas most kids had the Spider-Man action figures, I had the Hulk action figure. I just thought that the super strength and the turning into a big raging monster was the cool thing. It was just the unstoppable amounts of power, the ability to control Hulk and to use him to his will, that Bruce Banner I'm talking about, and the fact that Hulk has his own separate character away from Bruce Banner in the MCU. Hulk is a completely different character in Ragnarok than Bruce Banner is, and you get to see that in Ragnarok a lot.
My number one is Jordan's number one. It's Spider-Man because he has awesome and they're cool powers, like awesome and cool powers. And he's not like godlike like Thor is. He's like an
So
average
grounded.
day Joe. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so grounded.
Yeah, he's grounded. He's like an average day Joe. He's a guy that has girlfriend problems and money issues.
Oh, yeah.
Like seriously, he's like so relatable. He's not like a playboy like Iron Man is or Tony. But it's just he's so damn relatable.
And like I didn't hit on the girlfriends like how
Yeah.
you kind of did, but like he has a really good point. Like almost every character that comes into the Spider-Man storyline or comic storyline is so like essential to
Yes.
Spider-Man lovers. Like the Mary Jane Watsons and the Gwen Stacy's are so like those are big characters to people that love Spider-Man,
Yes.
even though they're considered side characters or girlfriends to Peter.
Like, I can't count on like one hand how many times I've seen all of the Spider-Man movies. Like I've watched Homecoming at least 4 times. I've watched the very first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire at least 6 times. Like,
Just watched the other day for
yeah,
fun.
seriously, it's
Yeah.
just those movies you can go back and watch over and over and over again and watch him evolve into a superhero. Even after like you see Uncle Ben die over and over again, you see him evolve. Like after that death, he just turns into a different person.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. It's amazing.
He
It's just
has
an amazing film.
awesome
Talking about
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is just my overall favorite because of who he is. I think that wraps up the video, right? I mean, hey.
Yeah, that's gonna be all our characters for the top 5. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I look forward to this
And
series.
this is gonna be a cool series. We're gonna hit everything though. It's like we're not gonna stay in superheroes. We're gonna hit movies, video games, music, artists, songs.
I mean, it's gonna be
certain
like
things in video games.
Yeah, certain things in movies, certain things in music. So, I mean, it's gonna be all kinds of stuff. I mean, comment what. First of all, comment what your top 5 superheroes
Yeah,
are.
let us know yours.
Yes, I'd
And
love
let us
to hear.
know what you liked about our list, and then also, while you're at it, go ahead and give us some topics to talk about. Some top 5 topics to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it'd be really cool to see y'all's top 5 list and how relatable it is to ours. And if you want to just be like, hey, y'all should do this for a top 5 episode or something, that'd be awesome too. So, other than that, I mean, let's go and wrap up episode 1 of this.
Like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you guys have a nice day.
All right, see you on the next one.